Hello pilots, wherever you may be. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. It is actually July in Scotland and the weather massively sucks. So what's been happening since the last video? Well, as you know, I decided just for a laugh I would cut my A-line with my prop.
You have got to be kidding.
I wasn't a happy bunny, but the company I used, the Loft, they got a new A-line back through to me in pretty quick time. So I've replaced the A-line, and I also had some throttle issues, as you know. So I rerouted the throttle cable, and also I slackened the bolts at the back that connect to the carburetor. So in this video, I'm going to do something that keeps me awake at night. I bet this keeps you awake at night as well. And that is paramotoring comparable to doing some physical exercise? So stay tuned, we're going to do some scientific research. It's also that time again, it's sticker giveaway time. So stay to the end to see how you can get a brand new set of stickers. These ones are a little bit better than my last ones. They're oval, so they'll stick to your helmet a bit better. They're waterproof and also slightly reflective. I'm also giving away to one lucky winner, again, stay till the end, my GIN Cockpit stroke reserve carrier. So stay till the end to see how you can win that as well. To be honest, it's been sitting in my drawer for a while. It's about time it went to a new home. I always wondered what would happen if I were to measure my fitness for the day against a day where I'm a couple of dog walks, some walking, the housework, and some physical exercise such as calisthenics, and compare that to a day where I do the same, but instead of the calisthenics or physical exercise, I have a day with paramotoring. Is it even comparable? Is doing paramotoring for a couple of hours any better for you than doing, for example, the exercise I choose to do, calisthenics or running? Obviously, if you have a number of failed launches or you're training, yes, I would agree it would probably be quite a lot of physical activity. But if you're just going to turn up, walk your kit, start your motor and fly, is my heart rate going to go up that much with physical exercise? Be interesting to find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure things like heart rate, physical exercise, amount of steps I do, things like that, and compare it with a day when I'm doing just normal physical exercise and a day when I'm paramotoring. And we'll keep the heart rate going up on the screen just to see how they compare. None of this is scientific, by the way, so I don't want any comments going, oh, what you should have done is this and that and do that. Right, people, let's get started. So, I've started the day with some calisthenics. If you don't know what this is, well, here's Summertime Fitness to show us how it's done. She's self-taught. I mean, I don't see a difference, personally, between the two of us. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Right, so I would consider this pretty much moderate exercise. My resting heart rate, as you can see, is 57 before I even start. And I get cracking over the next hour doing different exercises. And you can see my heart rate starting to pick up. And it peaks at 119 beats per minute doing calisthenics. To give us some sort of baseline on whether paramotoring compares to exercise, we've done calisthenics. That was kind of moderate exercise. I'm going to run 1.5 miles, of course, while watching my favourite YouTube video. God, he's good. And we'll compare the heart rate of calisthenics, running and paramotoring, just out of curiosity. Well everyone, that's a mile and a half done. Heart rate's currently at 128. So we'll see how that compares. Right, time for a shower. Don't worry, we can stop the film before that happens. Okay, the results just in. So my heart rate, pretty much at resting, was about 59. And then when I was doing the calisthenics, the big workout, shall we call it, it went from 86 to 126. It was equivalent of about 4.5 kilometres, and I did 6,400 steps. And here's the thing, and my physical effort was at 3.7 METs. Now what's a MET? MET is metabolic equivalent, and basically at rest you can expend 1 MET. So basically, because I did 3.7, I burnt 3.7 times more energy than rest doing the calisthenics. The day I went running, so what was that? I actually burnt 5.1 METs, so 5.1 times more energy was expended that day than rest. I did 8,530 steps. But my heart rate, that was interesting. It started at 76 and went up to 138 during said run. So so my running, that had my heart rate higher than calisthenics. So there you go. That's the results. Let's see what they are after a bit of paramotoring. It's a hot one today. Right, it's that time everyone. Let's get our asses into the air. There she is, look. Thing of absolute beauty. Right then, let's go. Okay, I'm using someone else's wing. Shout out to Justin for lending this to me while I was getting my lines fixed. So I'm naturally nervous, and this is the first flight I've had since I managed to cut my lines last time, and I'm using someone else's wing, so hence my heart rate. Wind was a bit changeable actually, so I was in the right direction. However, until I take off, as you will soon see. So the wind changed again just as I'm taking off, taking me straight towards the vans, but I could feel the wing lifting, so I wasn't too bothered about that. The bit that did bother me was the great big windsock right in my way. I pull a handful of left brake and plenty of throttle and just miss it. And then breathe a sigh of relief as I gain altitude and speed.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Well, that was a close shave. Managed to turn the wing just at the last minute. Oh. So, yeah, throttle's running fine. Sadly, I had a bit of a wind change as I was taking off, and as you can see, I just about hit the bloody pole. So, if in doubt, pack up. Move your wing and don't be impatient like I was there. It was fine, it probably looked a bit more dramatic than it was, but managed to climb up high. So, shout out to Justin. Thanks for letting me borrow your wing. There it is, Spider 3. Flies the same as my Spider, if I'm honest. But just while I'm getting my lights sorted out, What a nice chap. And good thing is I didn't manage to write off any lines on his wing, because if you bend it, you mend it. Alrighty then. Righty then, here we are. So we're at 103 just now. That's probably because I'm still calming down from my takeoff and also using someone else's wing. That does not fill me with confidence, because it's like riding someone else's motorbike. If you break it, not good. So we're not as high as calisthenics are running yet, to be honest. Yeah, so it's been a really hot day today, and I think the heat's leaving the ground quite a bit just now, because I can feel it. It's a little bit choppy, I must admit. That's okay, we can deal with that.
You have about 1 hour and 15 minutes of fuel remaining. You are now leaving airspace longside. You are now entering airspace Scottish 5 Sector B.
Lovely. What a lovely evening, I've got to say. I think it's starting to get a little bit thermally, or maybe it's because I'm on someone else's wing, but yeah, it's getting a little bit rocky, shall we say, but that's okay. What you find as well is sometimes when you go over housing estates as well, the heat's rising from the houses and the energy that they produce, and sometimes it can be a bit ropey there as well.
Your current altitude is near 500 feet, about 500 feet above ground. You are flying south at 14 miles per hour. The wind is coming from the southeast, near 11 o'clock, at 8 miles per hour. Takeoff is 3.3 miles away towards your 4 o'clock.
Working, that's the main thing. So that's the town of Longside in front of us. So we'll fly up to there, take a right, and we'll kind of go back to roughly where the LZ is. Again, Justin, thanks a lot for the lend of your wing. I didn't break it, however, I nearly crashed into a windsog, but that's good. Wow, what a view. So we're in the 80s now for the heart rate, so that's good. Which tells me I'm having a good time now. From a fitness point of view, lugging your paramotor around and then taking off doesn't take as much energy as obviously running, and calisthenics. However, my heart rate's probably raised for a different reason, and that will be the fact that I was probably shiting myself, flying someone else's wing, and also the wind's taking me left a bit, and just about taking out said windsock. So that wasn't so good. But never mind, it's all a learning curve here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's getting choppy now, everyone. It is getting choppy now.
Your current altitude is near 1,400 feet, about 1,300 feet above ground. You are flying northwest at 32 miles per hour. The wind is coming from the southeast, near 5 o'clock, at 5 miles per hour. Takeoff is straight ahead and is 1.4 miles away.
32 miles per hour. Get in. Oh! Oh, the weight shift on this paramotor is fantastic. I may have mentioned that before. Weight shift, just lean. Push your leg down, lean, and it'll turn without having to use the brakes. Nice and slowly. .84 on the old heart rate. See, I'm nice and happy now and calm. There's the workmen doing a sterling job on that road. Spending our council tax, spending our taxes. Good men, well done. Well, way to go, Justin.
The current altitude is near 300 feet, about 150 feet above
Good
ground.
landing, what a
You are
beauty.
flying southeast at 21 miles per hour. The wind is coming from the southeast, near 1 o'clock, at 7 miles per hour. Takeoff is straight ahead and is 0.3 miles away.
Now it seems to have calmed down a bit, so let's land this wing, see how the flare is on it, because this is not my wing, not used to it. It's a lot more sensitive actually, the Spider 3 compared to the Spider, which I have. It's a bit more sensitive actually. Quite a responsive wing this, so I'm going to have to be quite canny with it on landing. Lovely.
Your current altitude is near 250 feet, about 150 feet above ground. You are flying east at 20 miles per hour. The wind is coming from the southeast, near 2 o'clock, at 7 miles per hour. Takeoff is straight ahead and is 0.5 miles away.
Hello, Mr. Hare. No one died, good landing, we're on a winner.
Right then, now that that flight's over, let's check the stats out. So during that day I had a heart rate of between 57 and 129, of which paramotoring contributed to between 86 and 129. Quite high, the 129, but we kind of know why that is. This is what happens when you just about crash into a windsock. The other thing as well is, I was flying someone else's wing. That brings the nerves up a bit. And also, it's the first flight I'd had since I managed to slice one of my lines. So I'm gonna blame it on that. So at the end of the day, I burned 5 METs, and I also did about 9,700 steps. Pretty much in conclusion, I'd say paramotoring was in between calisthenics and running, where running probably used the most energy. So, therefore, is paramotoring any good for you? It is. It raised my heart rate, probably not as much as 129 in future. So for all you 50-plus-year-olds out there, like myself, take up paramotoring. It's good for you, it burns calories, it's social, and it's pretty much in between calisthenics and running for energy use. Get your hands off that burger, or you'll end up looking like this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to be in for a chance to win the stickers and or my GIN Cockpit / reserve container, then simply put in the comments sticker or GIN to be in a chance to win it. You could put both in actually. So I've only got limited stickers, so in the next video we'll draw the winners, and we'll also draw the winner of the GIN Cockpit, and we'll get that sent out to you. Thanks for watching everybody. Until the next video.